A fifth time's the charm for former Japanese Defense Minister Shigeru Ishiba, who looks set to become the next Prime Minister after winning a close-fought contest to lead the ruling Liberal Democratic Party. The 67-year-old was in a tight match with Sanae Takaichi, who had hoped to become Japan's first female Prime Minister. The race was seen as one of the most unpredictable in decades, with a record 9 candidates in the field. Mr. Ishiba is set to be sworn in as the 102nd Prime Minister in Parliament next Tuesday, as outgoing leader Fumio Kishida officially steps down.
国民を信じ、勇気と真心を持って真実を語り、この日本国をもう一度皆が笑顔で暮らせる、安全で安心な国にするために、石破茂全身全霊を尽くしてまいります。どうぞよろしくお願い申し上げます。ありがとうございました。
Mr. Ishiba also expressed hopes that Tokyo could play a proactive role in building peace in the region. South Korea, Taiwan, and the U.S. ambassador to Japan say they look forward to forging and deepening ties with Tokyo under Mr. Ishiba's leadership. Beijing, meanwhile, says it aims to foster healthy and stable ties with Tokyo, but expressed hope that Japan can adopt what it calls an objective and correct understanding of China. Let's take a close look at Mr. Shigeru Ishiba. The 67-year-old began his political career in rural Tottori province. At the height of a then fast-growing bubble economy, his father was a governor in the province. In 1986, he entered parliament as the youngest lawmaker at the time, after a short career in banking. Mr. Ishiba has taken on portfolios in defense and agriculture. Well, the journey to the top had been long. Mr. Ishiba failed to win the top LDP post 4 times and is known as a rival to former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. He has been a dissenting voice in the party and has opposed some policies put forth, including increasing the use of nuclear energy. The former defense minister had previously been opposed to nuclear power, but he has since softened his stance on some positions and expressed hope that of keeping some reactors in operation. Mr. Ishiba has also shown interest in Tokyo having a say in the deployment of nuclear weapons in Asia. The new LDP leader is also known for his expertise on national security. He has been a strong advocate for a more assertive Japan, and that would also include reducing reliance on a longtime ally, the United States. He's also called for the creation of, quote, an Asian NATO. But that idea has been shut down by Washington, who described it as, quote, too hasty. CNN's Michiyo Ishida tells us what Mr. Ishiba's first mission on the job will include.
Well, in terms of policies, he said his priority is on political reform. He said he needs to promote transparency of political funds. Now, this is on the back of slush handling of funds that came to light last year, which cost the cabinet post of then Fumio Kishida cabinet ministers. And it also impacted Mr. Kishida's public approval rating that Mr. Kishida could not seek another term in office. Now, Mr. Ishiba wants to revise the political system by also working together with opposition parties. Now, his position is on economic mission is taking Japan completely out of a deflationary spiral. And for that, he said, consumption is vital as it makes up 54% of Japan's GDP. He also wants to raise the ratio of export against Japan's GDP from the current 18%. He said he wants to create a disaster agency or ministry. It may not be possible immediately, but it's important to increase funds and workers to deal with natural disasters. Now, this is as Noto Peninsula is in a rescue relief status from last week's heavy rain and floods, while still recovering from the New Year's quake of magnitude 7.6. On foreign affairs, he said he wants to set up a self-defense force base in the U.S. and he wants to form an Asian version of NATO. But it's more like his aspiration than something realistic at the moment. On the snap election, he said he will need to seek a public verdict as he will form a new cabinet. But before that, he wants to hold debates with the opposition party.